Hello everyone, I'm Akshat Pandya and the title of my project is Wind Tolerant Precision Landing of a Quadrotor on a Moving Platform. As we know, for the past decade, MAVs have become very popular to automate several processes like warehouse management, aerial surveillance, and parcel delivery. This is because of the two main USPs, that is, that they can fly and that they can hover. And when combine these two UAVs with the ability of software to impart intelligence to the drone, the processes become very efficient when drones are used. So now let me present you an idea for GV and MAV collaboration for much complex problems. And few examples could be that GAV could act as mobile charging stations to increase the MAV flight time. GAV can also increase the payload capacity of the MAV, and they can also act as home location for emergency landing. But the main problem in such collaborative missions is the landing of MAV on a moving ground vehicle. And this is the major motivation behind this study, and the motivation is to solve this problem. So from the literature survey, few trends in the research can be seen. First is that most of the research has been done for fixed wing UAV landing. Another major area of research has been precision landing of multi-rotors on fixed targets. And whatever research that is done for landing on moving targets, there were few main assumptions. First is that the ground vehicle was moving in a straight line, and second was that the ground vehicle showed a cooperative behavior with the MAV. So the novelty of this work is to get rid of these assumptions by having no prior assumptions or knowledge of the ground vehicle motion. And second is to develop a wind tolerant controller that makes the system suitable for outdoor operation also. So our problem statement is to develop a system for precise autonomous landing of a MAV on a moving platform in the presence of uncertainties like wind and without any assumption on the movement of the landing platform. So in all, our MAV must take off, track the landing platform and execute a soft and precise landing on it. So now we come on to the methodology part of the implementation. So everything starts with the takeoff of the drone. Then a condition that if the MAV is close enough to the GV within a threshold is checked. If not, then it goes on to the tracking phase, that is, it is far and the ground vehicle needs to be tracked. And here the path planner one generates the trajectory. And when the trajectory is being followed, every time this valid condition is checked to prevent the drone from going on a redundant trajectory. So an online updation of the trajectory is performed if the trajectory is invalid. Now, when the tracking is complete and the drone is close to the ground vehicle, then it goes into the catching and the landing phase. Here, the path planner to generates a trajectory such that the drone can come very, very close to the almost above the ground vehicle and then land on it. So this kind of system solves two main problems. One is that it is computationally less expensive than algorithms like MPC, which perform online computation at each time step. And second is that this prevents the drone from following redundant trajectories using the is valid trajectory condition. So now coming to the controller design, the first step in controller design is to define the quadrotor model. So here we have a quadrotor in the plus configuration. E1, E2, E3 is the inertial frame of reference and B1, B2, B3 is the body fixed frame of reference. For the quadrotor dynamics, we have these four equations where the first and the third equation are the position and velocity relations, and the second and the fourth equation come from the Newton's second law. For the aerodynamics, the error is defined for position, velocity, angular position and angular velocity, where the error is just the current value minus the desired value. So as we can see for the controller design, the dynamics has been decoupled into a force controller and into a moment controller. For the controller design, I've used the Lyapunov theory, and for which the three Lyapunov candidates have been defined. These candidates are just the total energy relations, where nu1 is for the force controller, nu2 is for the moment controller, and nu3 is for the entire system. The control laws F and M are derived from the Lyapunov candidates, and the constants in the control law are derived from the Lyapunov candidate derivatives. For testing the controller, several simulations were conducted. On the left side, the wind direction is in the positive x direction, and the red line is the ideal line, which is in case of zero wind, and the green line is the trajectory in the presence of our controller, and their overlap show that the result is very good. The blue line shows that if the wind rejection was not there, then there would have been a lot of drift. Same is for the case where the wind direction is in the xy direction, but in case of speed of 28 meter per second, we can see that there are some oscillations, and this is because the wind speed is so high that the limit of motor speed is reached to give the acceleration. So this problem can be solved by just using some high power motors. So now moving on to the path planner for the tracking phase. So as discussed in the methodology part, this planner just creates the trajectory for tracking the GV. So it does that by finding a value t, which sets or resets the close flag. So if t is greater than a threshold, that means that the MAV is far from the GV, so it needs to be tracked, and in this case a trajectory is developed, and once the trajectory is being followed, the algorithm 2 is uh, run, which checks if the trajectory needs to be updated in case it is invalid. So this is how the tracking takes place. So now moving on to the path planner 2. This planner is executed when the MAV is close to the GV. So in this planner, the ground vehicle position is predicted for some time steps, and then the waypoint is calculated where the MAV must go. Now the chasing keeps taking place until the Euclidean error is less than the landing error threshold. And once this condition is satisfied, the drone starts to descend and lands on it. Now we need to keep in mind that the condition of closeness is computed at each time step, because if the ground vehicle takes a weird turn and goes away from the MAV, then it needs to be tracked again. So now I present you the landing mission simulation results. So all the simulations are conducted for various wind speeds from 0 meter per second to 15 meter per second, and for a ground speed of 1.5 meter per second and 2 meter per second. The red line shows the ground vehicle and the blue line shows the MAV. So as we can see in all the cases, there is a good tracking that is taking place, and then the drone catches the ground vehicle and then lands on it in all the cases. And we can see that for all the different wind speed also, the landing is very precise and accurate. So now we move on to show the simulation results for the novel part of this work. Now to induce noise in the trajectory and randomness to the trajectory, a noise of between 0 to 20 degrees in the yaw direction is given at every 15 seconds in this case. And as we can see, the trajectory deflection takes place. That is the noise that is added. And in all these conditions also, the MAV is able to land on the ground vehicle. Now in this case, the randomness is increased by increasing the frequency of the noise from 15 seconds to 5 seconds. Now in this case also we can see that in all the cases the tracking takes place and the MAV is able to land on the GV very precisely. Now to increase the randomness in the trajectory even further, along with the 5-second yaw noise between 0 to 20 degree, at every 15 seconds a 180-degree turn is also imparted to the trajectory, which can be seen in the red line. But in this case also the online trajectory updation takes place at the correct time, and in each case the MAV is able to land on the ground vehicle. So now moving on from the simulation results, I present you a simulation video. So as we can see, the drone takes off and the ground vehicle is moving. Now the tracking phase is going on. Now the MAV is trying to get close to the GV. Now it is close. So now the catching will take place and the landing takes place. So to conclude, in this work, an idea for integrating a MAV and GAV for complex missions was presented. To achieve this, the problem area, that was the landing of a MAV on a mobile GV, was identified, and a solution for that was proposed by dividing the landing sequence into two phases. A wind-tolerant Lyapunov-based nonlinear controller was presented, and with the help of simulation results, its effectiveness was shown. Then path planners for each phases were developed and their algorithms were discussed. And then the simulation for the entire landing mission were performed for different permutations of ground vehicle speed, wind speeds, and the trajectory landing randomizations. And it was seen that the MAV was able to land perfectly in all the cases with wind speeds up to 15 meter per second. And a video of the simulation was also shown. So this is the list of the references used in this presentation, and the complete list can be found in my thesis. And this brings to the end of the presentation. And thank you so much.